So students, the next cell wall synthesis inhibitor, which we will study from the book Pharmacology of the Lipincourt, is the carbapenem. So as we know that we have already studied the penicillin and the cephalosporins. So after this, we are going to study the carbapenem. Here is the structure of the carbapenem, that is imipenem. There are definitely, carbapenem is a major drug class which includes various other drugs in it. Now, what is carbapenem? Carbapenem is basically a synthetic beta-lactam antibiotic. And this is different in structure from the penicillins, but no doubt it also contains the beta-lactam ring. How this is different from the penicillins? Because of this sulfur ring. Now, this sulfur atom of the thiazolidine ring, this is a thiazolidine ring, has been externalized. This has been externalized, and this now, in the previous structure in the penicillin where this sulfur was internalized, now in it has been replaced by the carbon atom. So the major difference between the penicillin and the carbapenem is the structure of the thiazolidine ring, in which this sulfur has been externalized and this position has been replaced by the carbon atom. So what are the drugs which are included in this category? This is the imipenem, meropenem, doripenem, then atrapenem, and the last one is the point which we have to discuss is about its the metabolism. You must know that this is the drug which is metabolized by the renal system. How this is metabolized by the renal system? Basically, in the proximal convoluted tubule, we have an enzyme that is responsible for its metabolism. For example, what is that enzyme? That enzyme is the dehydropeptidase. Now, imipenem is usually compounded with another substance, that is silastatin. Why this is compounded with silastatin? In order to protect it from metabolism by the renal enzyme, that is the dehydropeptidase. So this was about the kinetics of the drug. Now, what about the antibacterial spectrum of the drug? This drug, the important thing you must know about this drug is that this is resistant to hydrolysis by the beta-lactamases except the metallo-beta-lactamase. So as it is showing its resistance to beta-lactamases, so you can say this is the drug of choice. This is a drug which is mostly used in the empirical therapy. So this is a drug that is active against the beta-lactamase producing bacteria, including both the gram-positive bacteria and the gram-negative bacteria and the anaerobes and the Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Now, what is the mode of action of the drug? We know that this imipenem is a cell wall synthesis inhibitor. It has a similar action to that of the penicillin. This is the drug that inhibits the bacterial cell wall synthesis by binding itself to the beta PBB, that is penicillin binding protein. Now, imipenem, again coming towards the metabolism of the drug. Imipenem, as I have already discussed, is compounded with silastatin in order to protect it from metabolism. Why we are protecting it from metabolism? Because after metabolism by the enzyme dehydropeptidase, it produces the metabolites which are not good for your health, which don't have any therapeutic value. And these basically are the inactive metabolite in the sense because they are not therapeutically effective, but these have the nephrotoxic potential. Now, where the drug is metabolized in the renal system, in renal system, this is metabolized in the brush border of the proximal convoluted tube. Here is the diagram which is representing the proximal tubule epithelial cell. And now what is the brush border? This is actually representing the brush border, regularly arranged microvilli, finger-shaped villi, which are actually representing the brush border. And from this brush border, there is the metabolism of the drug by the enzyme dehydropeptidase. Now, what this diagram is representing? This is representing if you have imipenem alone, then what will happen? Then in the renal tubular epithelial cell, or more precisely in the proximal convoluted tubule, there will be metabolism of the drug to a metabolite, which is actually the nephrotoxic. Now, this step is actually by the dehydropeptidase 1 enzyme, more precisely by dehydropeptidase 1 enzyme. Now, what will happen in the presence of silastatin? When you will give the drug in the presence of the cystatin, this drug will inhibit this step, this conversion will be inhibited. So you can say the conversion of this step from an active to an inactive metabolite by the enzyme is inhibited. Now what will happen? There will be the imipenem in the required location alone. There will be no metabolism of the drug, and as such, this drug will be excreted in the urine. Now, how this drug will be transported in the renal system? By the organic anion transporter, OATs. Your OATs will transport the drug, and then this drug will be excreted in the urine. Now the question, coming towards the conclusion. Now my question to you is, where is imipenem metabolized? You will answer that this is a drug which is metabolized in the renal tubule, more precisely in the proximal convoluted tubule. Now, why this is compounded with the cystatin? To prevent its metabolism to the nephrotoxic metabolite. So next question is, why do we use imipenem? It is used for certain conditions, including the endocarditis, respiratory tract infections, urinary and abdominal infection, blood, skin, bone, and joint infection. So students, this was all about the drug. Thank you very much.